We first heard about Mario and Sonic back in like 2007, Nat. And at that stage, I was blown away because Mario and Sonic in the same game. I was simply going, what in the seven depths of Green Hill Zone is even going on in here? Ever since that date though, it's gotten less and less impressive when they come back every year. It's kind of like, oh, they're back again. What are you doing this time? And so when I heard this year that it's coming back again, I gotta say that I wasn't over the moon about it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've always been interested in the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games, but they've never been something that I've been like, oh wow, I can't wait for this one to come out. It's like, oh, I'll get them one day.
Here's the thing though, Nat. So, been keeping up to date with some of the latest trailers coming out with this. And I've got to say, first of all, they showed like, I think it was Bowser just like tossing Peach across the karate field. And I was like, whoa, okay, what's going on here? And then they show this dream event. And I'm like, whoa, calm down. These are actually looking really cool. And then they're like, and there's this really cool looking story mode. Someone strap me in here.
I think your head's about to explode.
Seriously, Nat. I'm just surprised by this game. I'm surprised that they managed to tie me back into a Mario and Sonic game after all this time. Like, you know, what was it going to take to sell me on it? And having this retro mode, having this story mode, and all this other stuff we're going to talk about right now, it just kind of surprised me, that's all.
Yeah, I feel like they've definitely gone for gold in this Mario and Sonic.
They've definitely gone for gold. No silver medals been handed out here. Yeah, like and some of the stuff we've seen before. Like we've seen dream courses before, but no Mario and Sonic game have we ever seen looking this beautiful, by the way.
Or Dream Events.
We're
not playing Kirby game here.
Yeah, of course. Kirby's Dream Course. Oh my goodness, Nat. So what are we going to talk about first here? We've got dream courses, story mode, the new retro mode.
I think we should jump into the story mode first.
And even some mini games.
I do.
Okay, you want to talk about the story mode first, Nat? Throw down the lowdown on story mode. What is this all about?
Alright, so basically what we've seen, it looks like the characters find an old-timey device. They pick it up, they look into it, and it actually sucks them into it. And they go back in time to the 1964 Tokyo Olympics.
Exactly. Now, we've actually seen that is obviously how they get back to that, but we've seen the story mode in both the current and the past time. So
we have.
And it almost looks like, from what we've seen, you'll be traveling around on, I guess, a Mario-style overworld map, or even some of the later Sonic games have had something like this, where you go from point to point and you like select a level. Although the levels you seem to go into, there actually just seem to be another area. You'll talk to NPCs there, and then maybe select the different events and stuff that you'll be doing as part of the story mode. And I think that looks cool. Like, I think the overworld map is actually like traveling around Tokyo and like the different stadiums or something.
Yeah, it looks like it, because you can see like the track and field area, you can see, I'm assuming like a swimming pool, and yeah, so it looks like you're going to the different areas that you do your Olympic sports in.
Exactly. Anyway, what other events are we going to talk about here now? We could probably talk about the dream events next, because we've seen a trailer that just came out recently for these.
Yes.
We had actually seen a little bit of these before, not a huge amount, but with this latest trailer, they really went in and showed us 3 of the different dream events that you can actually do. And let's talk about them. So there's one that you like is almost like a downhill event. I guess it's dream racing.
This looks so fun.
Yeah. So this, like, they've had a mode similar to this in the last, in one of the other ones. But yeah, like, it's just downhill racing, kind of like Kirby Riders, or like, you know, the downhill section in a Sonic game where you like escape from the city or something like that. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But obviously you're getting power-ups and you're going on grind rails and all this different kind of cool stuff, and just a racing type mini game.
Yeah, exactly. So it's basically kind of Mario Kart, but Sonic style.
Yeah.
Because you've got your grinding rails and...
Yeah, that kind of idea. And you're all on boards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like that idea of throwing these type of mini games. And just to kind of throw the other 2 in here as well, we had a shooting one where they were just kind of popping off some targets while they were running around the map. And they also had a karate one where this I didn't really work out too much. I didn't really pay too much attention to what was going on here, but it looked like they were doing karate and getting power-ups as well, and other stuff happening on a board where you almost had to like get a certain amount of tiles to light up as your color.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was on about. Like the boxing ring. Well, it's kind of like a boxing ring type thing that you're in, and yeah, there's like tiles that have like different things showing up on them. I was wondering like what.
It looked like
Did these help you out somehow?
Like, not to go too deep into it, because obviously we don't know.
Yeah.
But it looked like when the characters were hitting each other, they were changing into the color of the character that won that kind of conversion that they had between each other there. That's not the right word, but let's go with it. Yeah, that kind of looked like what was going on. Okay. Let's move on from that mode anyway and talk about the retro mode, which we kind of mentioned as the part of the story mode as well. But there is actually a side mode here where you can just do the retro events. And this looks really cool. This is what first, I got to admit, when this is the first thing out of everything they showed of this that actually made me go, okay, I'm paying attention. My eyes are open now.
Yeah, exactly. We'd actually seen something different than just the Olympic sports, which of course you're expecting to be in the game.
Yeah. So what this is doing is dragging us all the way back to 1964, Nat. And which I'm guessing was the last year that it was in the Tokyo Olympics or something like that.
I'd assume so. Why else would they put that in?
Exactly. That's my imagination. And of course they're dragging them back there and taking all the characters back in their retro form. So like you've either got the 16-bit or the 8-bit sprites, and you're just doing different like type of events back then, like track and field and whatever.
Yeah, and like they've made everything look retro. Like obviously the graphics do and the art style, but like you also hear like a voiceover.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good
point.
point.
Like a person doing commentary, and they sound all kind of like old-timey, like how they would back in 1964.
Exactly. They threw the radio filter on there, and they sound like they're back in 1964, and here comes the race, and they're throwing the spear as far as they can today. You know, it's that type of idea.
Perfect. I think you should have been hired to do that.
And I think part of like, in a past life, Nat, I was an old-timey radio person.
I think so.
And last of all, Nat, here, the big one, another big one that I want to talk about is these mini games. Now, this one is something that like I didn't see at all coming. You know, not that I saw the retro mode coming, but like the other three I'd heard about, and then we just caught this today.
Yeah, mini games is something you don't really expect in a Sonic game because, you know, obviously you've got your Olympic sports in there, but you know, mini games is kind of something you expect to be reserved for Mario Party.
Yeah, something like that. And like obviously even you can consider each game, like the actual sports themselves, to be a mini game, but these are a little bit different from that. Like, so we've seen one where Sonic and Mario are both on like a fighter jet, and it's like a 2D shooter, like a shmup all of a sudden.
Yeah, kind of like an old style airplane.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're like, it's like you're in Gradius, but you're not in space, and you're in an old style airplane. You're on Earth. Much different to Gradius, but it's that type of idea, you know. And you're just flying along, you're shooting the enemies, dodging the bullets, and then like we saw an encounter where they get to the end and they basically verse Eggman out of like the Green Hill Zone Eggman.
Yeah, it's literally that boss. They've just taken him right out of there and put him in this one.
Yeah, and so was there a total of 8 or 10 that we had seen?
I think there was 10. I think I counted up 10.
Yeah.
Another one we actually saw was you have to find the toads among like a heap of Shy Guys.
This was really cool. Like, I like the idea of this, like, because it's in the middle of like Tokyo. Okay, so I'm not very good with regional locations now. So this would be somewhere in Tokyo, like the Tokyo Square. I'm sure there's a name for it. It's a big crossing type of thing.
Yeah.
And there's just all toads all over the map.
Shy Guys.
Shy Guys. And actually, they were changing it up with the people, like the different people. Toads things that were on there, and you're standing on top of a building and you had your binoculars and you're looking down and you got to spot the one that they tell you, and like looked like it started off quite easy. It's just like spot the pink toad. It's like, oh yeah, there's one pink toad in the middle of a bunch of green and blue Shy Guys. It's not that hard.
No, the Shy Guys were actually different colours.
Okay,
There was like black and I think pink, purple.
Yeah, but it got harder.
Yes.
Like, it got harder.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's just like, all right, find the blue toad that has a fan in his hand. And there's a lot of other blue toads here, by the way, so good luck.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, definitely ramp up the difficulty, which these look super fun.
Yeah, that just looks like a fun mini game. I like the idea of that. I'd love to see that in multiplayer. Obviously, I don't think it will be, because it's just like a fun... These mini games seem like fun single-player things to do.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see something like that in a Mario Party game where it's like, here, spot the different toad, and everyone's just like, oh my god, where is he?
Yeah, exactly. That would be cool. I feel like that would, suit a Mario Party game well.
Yeah, anyway, so the game's not far away. It's coming up really soon. I think I really want to get this now. You know, I love fun party games now. I love my Mario parties and different types of games like that. And especially when they're kind of curated to be a fun experience for multiple people as well as single player. That's when I get the most fun out of these type of games. Like, you know, you take me back to Paper Mario. Take me back to Paper Mario anyway. But take me back to like Mario Party 4 or something like that. You know, even though that was like still pretty bare bones compared to today's standard, I spent so much time in that game because it was that multiplayer focused game.
Yeah.
Single player, bet.
Yeah, I feel like they've definitely sold me on it by just showing all these modes and, you know, different things that are going to be in it. Definitely sold me on it.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to November
the 8th.
And 5th in Australia. No. 5th it's 5th in the rest of the world. It's 8th in Australia.
Why do we get it later?
We get it later. So, we've been saying 8th this whole time. It's the 5th.
Oh.
Sorry, everyone.